The key here is that growth and evolution. When you do stray, you are able to align back. You know how to align back. Okay? So how do you get there? How do you find your energy of alignment? How do you raise your vibration? How do you raise that baseline? Hey beautiful, welcome to Naturally Empowered Living, your safe space to guiding you on your unapologetic self-awakening journey. This is your weekly sanctuary for waking up from autopilot and transforming the way you approach life through the power of meditation, energetics, and root cause therapy. It is my mission to help you heal unprocessed emotions and release stuck energies by alchemizing your struggle cycles into opportunities for deep self-love, awareness, trust, and connection, to return to your innate essence of being, stepping back into your energy of alignment. Because here, we honor all parts of ourselves, the messy and the magic, the shadows and the light, embodying all parts that make you, you. So if you are ready to get to the root of cultivating real change, get cozy, grab your journal and maybe favorite crystals, and let's discover our power within together. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of the Naturally Empowered Living podcast. This is your host, Jenna Smith, and I am so excited to be here. So thankful that you are here, and I hope that you are excited too. Woohoo! All right, let's give it a little shake out and just wherever you are right now, I want you to just shake it out a little bit. If you're standing, maybe doing the dishes, shake it out, do a little dance. If you're driving, just give it a little wiggle. Let's move our energy a little bit. Oh, just ground ourselves in this moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving yourself space to be here. I hope this episode resonates with you in whatever way that you need, and take whatever you need from it. So I had a call this morning at 3:30 in the morning with a woman from Australia, and by golly, I love every single person that I meet from Australia. I'm not even kidding. Gosh, I love every single person that I meet in Australia. But I got up super early because obviously the time change. And after our session, I was just so inspired. I felt so creative. I just chose to jump into personal journaling and personal stuff, just little fun things that I've had on my to-do list for so long, but it's I haven't done it. Versus actually starting my workday before I had to get my kids up at 6 to go to school. And that just led to such a very creative container, and it opened my mind to receiving and channeling. And it was just I was in such a good flow. And it got me thinking, have I ever really talked about this on the show? What does energy alignment really feel like? And how to get there? It's so foundational to me, and I feel that I miss that mark so often, totally throwing myself under the bus. I feel like I miss that mark so often in sharing things like that. And I've been terming these phrases learning your energy of alignment and finding your energy of alignment and living in your energy of alignment. But do I have a sole episode devoted to explaining it? I might. I don't know. I didn't look back. I didn't look back at all the episodes. So maybe we do. I'm not sure. But here we are, here and now, and we're going with it because I just felt so called to, let's call it a recap, and let's jump in. Because being in your energy of alignment, what I mean when I say being in your energy of alignment is when you are living in a state of peace and presence and confidence and clarity and belief, joy, love, balance. It's almost palpable. You might feel that fullness, that embodiment of presence, of being here, connected to the moment now. You might feel a sense of just knowing that you're on the right path, you're on your destined path, or, that this is the right decision here and now. You are being, you are living, you feel good, even if shit is hitting the fan around you. What did we just talk about last week, or maybe the episode before, of our life's work is to be calm and have a regulated nervous system through these shit storms of life and through, the butterflies and unicorns of life too. But that's the thing. I envision, standing in the middle of this cyclone tornado. We have been watching Spellbound, I feel on repeat on Netflix. So if you've seen that movie on Netflix, Spellbound, imagine that black tornado and you being in the middle, but you are at peace and calm. You might even feel like you're on a high, but you're completely sober. And a little side tangent here, like the drugs, the alcohol, they, for that short window, they bring you up, they make you feel whatever it is you're after, right? People obviously they have addiction because of a reason. Like they are seeking this feeling, even though they know, or when you're like deep in that addiction, obviously there's so many different levels and layers to addiction. But drugs and alcohol, they bring you down. It's like an acute feeling. It's an acute feeling of you're chasing that peace, you're chasing that love, you're chasing that joy, and you get it for that little bit, but then, gosh, I need another hit. Gosh, I need another drink. I need to stay here. And then too far gone, now you're blacked out, or now you're, what have you. Being in your energy of alignment is you don't need those substances. You don't need those vices. You are completely sober. You don't need to numb out because you're feeling. You are being, you are embodying. And from a perspective using David Hawkins' scale of consciousness, like if your baseline feelings are full of shame or guilt or fear or anger or resentment, like you may be pulling for that vice or that substance to numb out, to blur the edges, to continue to shove the feelings under the rug, to give you those acute feelings of peace, love, joy, acceptance, all those higher states of consciousness. So the thing is here, to be in your energy of alignment, your baseline vibration is raised. Trust me, there's a lot of shit that goes on, from the here and now. And we're going to get to that in a minute, like how to find your energy of alignment, how to, raise that baseline. But when you're in your energy of alignment, your baseline vibration is raised to those states of being at peace and love and joy and acceptance. Like you don't need the vice. The substances don't answer that call anymore. So it's about connecting with and trusting your inner wisdom, your intuition, while being able to discern it from the voices of your ego, outside factors, external pressures. And also that growth and that evolution is when you do stray, because God, by golly, like we're all, we all fall out of alignment. We all, misstep. We all, I don't even want to call it a mistake or a failure, because the key here is that growth and evolution. When you do stray, you are able to align back. You know how to align back. Okay? So how do you get there? How do you find your energy of alignment? How do you raise your vibration? How do you raise that baseline? I have a few different ways, right? And this is really where I specialize. This is really like root cause therapy is highlighting addiction and trauma. Of course, it helps so many other things with overall well-being and mental health and anxiety and depression, but it was created around a trauma-focused, addiction-focused foundation. So the three things that I'm going to share here are things that I specialize in, and this is like the shit that I love, okay? So fascinating. And again, like there's no judgments here. I have struggled with my relationship with alcohol for years. And I kid you not, within the last, I don't even know, 6-ish months, within the last year, there has been like exponential revelations, evolution. Like I'm not completely sober. Like I'll have a drink, if I go out, if I go out with my husband. I'm saying that because my mom was here last weekend. So like we did go out to dinner and we had a drink, but like it was a drink. In the past, I'll share who I am with alcohol. I could go without beer. I could go without wine. Even though I love it, like I love beer, I love wine, but I don't need it. It's like that hard alcohol. It's that quick buzz. It's that instant buzz. And again, like once I started learning about the foundations of alcohol, not even what alcohol does to you, that part I knew. Like I know what alcohol does to you, like with your brain and like you're like I know that, right? But what really hit me was it was like an escape of reality. To me, I took it as, why am I trying to numb out my life? Why am I trying to use this substance to avoid something. Like, this is my life. And it was just like, I should probably dedicate a whole episode to this, sober curious. It's not even sober curious, just this journey of realization around, my relationship with alcohol. It's been a beautiful unfolding. There has been obviously a lot of lows. I mean, that it started a couple years before college, right? Just like that binge drinking, but then that relationship stuck. And of course, you have your genetic, the cycles, whatever. Like, there's so many things spider webbed into what make us who we are. And the awareness around it has just been this beautiful unfolding. And the amount of aha moments and revelations that I've had have just been obviously life-changing. And I know, like, I don't have that. Alcohol doesn't have a grip over me anymore. And I could honestly say that. And I would never, like, this has been over almost 2 decades. It probably has been. Let me do math here. Like, not over 2 decades. Oh my gosh, how old am I? I'm 35. So a little over a decade and a half, let's say, okay? By golly. Like, how long is it? Like, that's crazy. And I know that so many people struggle in silence. Alcohol might not be your thing. It might be drugs. It might be weed. It might be, shopping. It might be eating, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no judgment here. It's that awareness piece. And when we're holding the shame and when we're holding the guilt, it's harder to be aware because we're continuing to shove it under the rug. We don't want to face it yet. And that's a freaking hard space to be in. I know. By golly, I know. So once we give ourselves the grace to release that judgment, like, that's just another step closer to that awareness. So how do we get there? How do we find our energy of alignment? One way is releasing unprocessed emotions. It helps clear your energetic pathways, allowing you to live fully in the present, to not be binded by limiting beliefs, to not be binded by past experiences. Our emotions and energy, they get stuck and compounded in our bodies. That can turn to physical ailments. It could turn to, things that literally are showing on the outside in physical form, how we respond, how we think. So when we start releasing these unprocessed emotions and stuck emotions and energy, now they can move freely rather than being stuck and compounded. And this creates space for, you guessed it, clarity, intuition, alignment, more connection, that state of being, of living, truly living. Number 2 is regulating your nervous system to be able to also align your energy. A regulated nervous system, it helps create that stable foundation for the emotional balance, the mental clarity, the physical well-being. Again, to allow that energy to flow freely. When the nervous system is calm and responsive rather than reactive or not regulated, it opens pathways for that deeper connection to help you align, to possibly release more, emotions or stuck energies, to bring you back to your energy of alignment. And number 3 is when you're aligned, when you're in your energy of alignment, you are unapologetically yourself. You trust your inner guidance. You connect with your soul's essence. You love yourself through the thick, the thin, the shadows, the light, the shit, the happiness, right? And even though that, there's still going to be challenges and there's still going to be struggles within life, your to-do list is still going to be there, but you feel lighter. You have this sense of inner peace. You can set boundaries. You protect your energy. It's so sobering. You feel on a natural high, like you have this state of aliveness and aliveness that is so freeing. And this journey, it's self-work, guided by your free will. Like, you have to be ready. You have to be ready to be aware. And it's okay if you're not. But when you are, when you start getting those little downloads, when you're listening to episodes like this, when you are having that push or that pull, that's kind of that nudge, like, all right, you're ready. Let's dabble into this. Let's open that can of worms, right? And of course, your spirituality can enhance this work, but the work itself honors you in whatever you believe in. And this path is one of connection, growth, and alignment, where you embody your life's work and bridge the gap from your higher self to your everyday life, feeling this freedom and this inner peace that is truly, like I said before, it's palpable. So if you feel called, if this resonated with you and you haven't downloaded my free meditation, Slow Down to Release Stuck Energy, this is your sign to go to the show notes now, download that meditation, give yourself 10 minutes to connect with yourself. Until next week, as always, simply be you. You have everything inside of you to learn your energy of alignment and be unapologetic in who you are. Sending my love and so much light.
Did you find this episode free or empowering? Please read my review. Tickle, boop.
Thank you for spending this sacred time with me on Naturally Empowered Living. If this episode brought you closer to stepping into your energy of alignment, I'd love for you to leave a written review and share how this show has supported your journey. Your feedback truly lights me up and helps others find the space of transformation. And sharing it with someone who might need it spreads the ripple of healing even further. Be sure to check the show notes for ways to connect with me and explore personalized healing sessions and mentorships to deepen your self-awakening journey. Thank you. I appreciate all you are and all you do.